Hello, everyone, and today I will be predicting for season 4. And oh boy, do we have a terrifying bracket, if I do say so myself. We have a lot of people, a lot of good contenders, and it's going to be very hard to predict. But I'm going to try predicting and see how well I do. Last season, I went like 15 out of 16 or something. Or no, sorry, 14 out of 15. It was insane. I don't think I can repeat that. We'll see how well I do. But on to round one. We have Iago and Alejandro versus Fire and Valklis. I can see Alejandro going offense and Iago going defense. Fire going offense, Valklis going defense. Valklis is an amazing defender, and Fire is a pretty good person going offense. So I think Alejandro and Iago are gonna have to step up their game a bit to really match them if they want to get through here. Alejandro is a good, he's pretty good at offense, but he does sadly lag a bit. Rest in peace. And I haven't really seen Iago play much, so I don't really know. All I know is that Fire and Valkylis are playing pretty hot right now, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take him as a sweep, just cause there's a chance one of you guys might not even show up in the first place. Cries, but I'm gonna say sorry to everyone, and if I don't predict you, prove me wrong, right? Use that as motivation to really prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong, so please do it. And then this next game could be one of the most important games of round one. Patrick and Star versus Duck and Chess. Holy crap! So Patrick going offense, Star going defense, Duck going offense, Chess going defense. I'd see. I can see Duck overrunning Star, and I can see Patrick overrunning Chess, but I don't really know. I don't know how well Patrick and Star do have for chemistry, and same goes with Duck and Chess. All I know is that Patrick has carried everyone he's played with. Patrick, I don't know how well he'll play on this map in particular because it's more open. So I don't know. It's going to be a lot more difficult. And, I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to take Duck and Chess over Patrick and Star. Prove me wrong, Patrick. Go for it. But I'm going to take Duck and Chess just because I have more, I feel better about them. I know Chess made finals last time. I know, Patrick, you won championship last time. But Chess won in overtime in a super open map against Brett, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna take the upset, but I can see this going either way. I can see Patrick and Star winning this. I just don't really see it. And then for the final score, maybe 2-1 possibly. It could go to overtime. I can see it being tied 1-1 or 0-0. Or Patrick and Star winning 2-1 or 1-0. It could be a 1-0 as well, and Duck and Chess just play maximum defense after getting one, which would be pretty smart. But yeah, I see it being 2-1. I don't see as much defense going on. Next, I have Brandon Nubex versus Harper and Rose. And Brandon Nubex are playing out of their minds recently. They have been. And Harper and Rose, can we give Rose a break? She's trying to get into round 2 for the first time, and she gets put with champions. Holy moly. And Harper just wants to put his head in the vending machine, man. I'd love to put his head in the vending machine if they want, but I don't think Harper and Rose are going to win this one, unfortunately, just because Brett and Nubex are playing out of their minds right now. But Harper and Rose still have a chance, mind you. They still have a really good chance. What if Brett has Wi-Fi problems and then Nubex, maybe his computer doesn't turn on again? Then Harper and Rose could easily get into round 2. Or maybe just Brett has only conceded one flag so far, which is why it's really difficult for Harper and Rose, especially Harper if he's trying to go offense or defense. Rose, though, she's very sneaky. You gotta watch out. I'm taking Brian Nubex as well just because I feel they're more consistent as well. Rose sometimes plays out of her mind, but then usually in tournaments she doesn't play as well, unfortunately. Maybe she can play out of her mind this time and actually put up a really good fight. I'd love to see it. Harper's a really good defender as well. So I feel the offense could be the game changer here. And I'm going to take a sweep or 2-0. I'm going to go with a sweep. Sorry, I'm taking a lot of sweeps right now. Whoops. Not whoops, but. So I don't see Brandon UX losing round 1, but They could. It's still a possibility. Um, Cat and Borototo versus Ash and Lightning. And this one's going to be very interesting because Cat's been playing pretty decent recently, and Borototo's been playing pretty good actually. Ash actually, I think he has a lot of potential, and Lightning just started, so like, who knows how she's gonna do and how she can improve. I can see Ash though, like just completely going out and just playing to the best of his ability and just killing everyone. All Lightning would have to do is just take, defend. So I'd see Ash going offense, Lightning going defense, Cat or Borutoto probably going offense, Cat going defense. Who knows? But yeah, I see Ash and Lightning winning this one actually. I can see Cat and Borutoto like getting a flag, but I'd say maybe like a 3-1. I think that's a reasonable score. It can be the other way around though, and Borutoto just starts playing out of his mind, and then Cat is right there to support him. It could go either way, but I just see Lightning going far. You know what I mean? Or sorry, Ash and Lightning going farther. Um, Chitra and Death versus Fear and Ma, or Mau. I don't know. Just don't make fun of me. I haven't seen Fear or Mau like play much, or Ma, so I don't know how they'd play. I know Chitra and Death are both two monsters at offense. I just don't know how their defense is gonna go. I mean? I see this as a sweep, but I can see Fear and Mao getting a flag or two just because, Chitra and Def don't play that defensive game you'd expect them to. Who knows, though? Um, yeah, let's see, though. Chitra and Death going around two. And Fear Mao, you still have a chance. What if they can still, like, what if Mao plays really good defense and, like, all of a sudden you're up on a lead? It can easily happen, especially since both of them don't really play that much defense. Even though both don't play that much defense, I feel like one of them will take that role and do pretty well with it. But who knows? We'll see. We have Diddy and Nathaniel versus Poke and Ben. And Nathaniel last time actually got a hat trick last season because he was very sneaky and he was running around in Area 51. It was pretty smart. And then I haven't seen Diddy play that much. Poke won championship last season, and then Ben is a finalist for season 1. I don't know how Poke will do with Ben, but I feel like since they both know each other, they'll both be able to really have a really good chemistry. Nathaniel, I don't know if he'll get through Poke's defense here because last time Nathaniel had to deal with defense, unfortunately he kept getting shot by Brett. We'll see though. If Nathaniel and Diddy, they could take the upset here. I just think Poke and Ben, I think they'll get through them. You know what I mean? And I think a 3-0, a sweep. I know I'm taking a lot of sweeps. Holy moly! But I'm taking a sweep here because I trust Poke's defense, and I think Ben could be right there to support him and go offense, or vice versa. But yeah, I don't think Nathaniel or Diddy, I don't think anyone who got swept is bad. I just feel like the potential for some of these teams is really high, and it's very possible for a sweep. Diddy and Nathaniel could, though. Like, they could overrun Poke and Ben. Like, what if, like, for instance, Nathaniel's sneaking around in their ships, and all of a sudden it's like 2-2, you know what I mean? Like, Nathaniel is one of those players who you don't really see often, so I can see Nathaniel scoring. I just don't think Poke will let him. But we'll see, Nathaniel. We'll see, guys. Fatini and Rob versus Hoy and Calvin. That's right. Fatini and Rob are back in business. And after season 1 going to double overtime, and an unfortunate loss for them, they're finally back. They did lose season 2 in first round, but they didn't have they didn't have good internet or the computer that, to run. And now they have them back. So I feel like they're a contender. They could definitely win. But can Hoy and Calvin just prove me completely wrong? Because Hoy is a really good sniper. He sniped me from everywhere, and it's annoying for me, but and then Calvin, I haven't seen him play much, but I'm pretty sure he is a decent player. So Fatini and Rob do have a challenge here. It's not like they're just going to easily sweep their way through. I don't think they will. But I feel like it could be a 3-0. It could be a 2-0, or maybe a 3-1, I'd say, because I don't think you can keep Hoy and Calvin off the board here, especially since Hoy is literally an eagle and he's sniping people. He's scary, man. If Hoy's aim just comes to life when he's super up close as well, good luck, man. Good luck keeping him out of your flag. But yeah, we'll see. Clip and Knight versus Scott and Llama. Alrighty, so Scott didn't. What am I saying? Scott didn't take Duck. He went with Llama, which is completely fine. Um, let's see how they do though, because I don't really know their chemistry and how they'll play. And then Clip is a really good offensive player, and then Knight is a pretty decent defender. So Scott and Llama have a challenge here. Scott is obviously a very good, mind master. He's very scary. He's one-shotted me 3 times in a row. And then Llama, I think it will be solid defense for Scott. I think she'll be able to help keep him, keep people out of his ship while Scott messes around and goes and steals flags. So I think I also will predict a 3-1 here just because Cliplead is a pretty good offensive player. Alrighty, we have round 2. And Fire and Valkos versus Duck and Chess. So Fire, of course, decent offense from him. I think Valkos is really good defense. But I don't know if they can handle Duck or Chess. So this is gonna be very interesting. Duck, I think, will go offense. Chess defense, of course. They just got off a huge win against Patrick and Star. They barely made it, while Fire and Valkos just swept their way in. Now, I don't think Fire and Valkos will have that same story this time, just because Duck and Chess, Duck's a champion. Chess made finalists last season. So I feel like it will be maybe, I feel like it could be like a 3-1 victory for Duck and Chess, or like a 2-1 victory for Duck and Chess, or just a 2-0. I don't think Valkos and Fire have the offense needed yet, but they're a new team, and if they won round 1 already as a new team, that's amazing for them. Unfortunately, the road ends here, in my opinion, but who knows? Maybe they somehow pull off the upset and completely destroy Duck and Chess. It's possible Valkos could take it to overtime and then, challenge them there in Area 51. But yeah, I'd say Duck and Chess do go to semis, unless, they lose in round 1, because that match could go anywhere. Alrighty. Second game, Breton Nuvex versus Ashen Lightning. Ashen Lightning just came off of a 3-1 win against Cat and Borutoto, their first season. Meanwhile, Breton and Nuvex, they literally won season 2, and they made semis last season. I don't see them winning, or I don't see them losing against Ashen Lightning, just because Ashen Lightning haven't really played. They don't have as much experience. But I think Ashen Lightning will put up a good fight. I'd say maybe I would say a sweep though, even if they put up a good fight. And the reason I'm saying a sweep is because I don't think Ash can get through Brett, and I feel like Anubex might be able to, Anubex and Brett might be able to go through, Ashen Lightning. I still think it'll be a well-fought game and a really good start for Ashen Lightning. They've won their first match, and they're new to CTF, and I think it's acceptable even if they lose round 1 just because they're new. And, some teams like Anubex lost round 1 and season 1, and then he came back in season 2 and won the whole thing. Fully possible. Alrighty, the third match of round 2, Chitra and Death versus Poke and Ben. This one's gonna be very hard because Chitra and Death are two offense powerhouses, and who knows if their defense, who's gonna take the role of defense, or if any of them are. Whoops, I accidentally zoomed up and down. Poke and Ben, Poke's really good defense, and Ben could be there to support and give offense. I think I can see Ben going in their ship and getting the flag while Poke literally 1v2s Chitra and Death. It's possible. I just don't know though, because if Chitra or Death take defense, then I feel like Poke and Ben, they could lose. This one's another really hard game to predict just because there's so many factors, like who's going to take defense and stuff like that. And of course, if Poke can get the kills he needs to get over them. I'm going to take Chitra and Death 2-0 over Poke and Ben. And the reason why is because I don't think they have enough to sweep Poke and Ben. I just feel like, it could be 1-0 as well, but I feel like, poking Ben, I don't know if they're going to be able to get the defense. I don't know if Chitra and Def are just going to constantly press. And especially if Def, plays defense, then, like, he'll be able to back support because that's typically what a lot of, like, people do when they're usually an offensive player. They'll back support their other teammate. And I just see more communication. But Poke and Ben could have huge chemistry and can completely prove me wrong and take out Chitra and Death. Round 4, or not, yeah, Game 4 of Round 4, Round 2. Round 2, Game 4. Okay, there we go. Fatini and Rob versus Scott and Llama. Scott has beaten Fatini and Rob 2 times in CTF. Is this Fatini and Rob's time to get revenge? And I think, yes. I'd say maybe a 3-1 or like a 3-0. I feel like the reason is because I feel like Fatini will be able to handle Scott. And I just don't know if Llama can handle Rob if he's, pressing. But if Llama can handle Rob, then Scott and Llama have a huge chance of taking this. I think Scott and Llama might not have the chemistry needed as well. But we'll see. If Fatini and Rob can prove themselves that they get through round 1, I feel like they have a good chance of winning, round 2 and finally beating Scott. But we'll see. Alrighty, for semifinals, we have Duck and Chess versus Brett and Anubex, and Chitra and Def versus Fatini and Rob. I think I'd say a solid top 4. I can see Patrick and Star being in this top 4, or Scott and Llama, or Poke and Ben. There's a lot of teams that could be in here. So just keep that in mind. I just think I'm going by consistency that I think I could see. But we'll see. Duck and Chess versus Brett and Anubex. Duck has never faced Brett, fun fact. This will be very interesting. Chess hasn't as well. This will be like a new matchup for these guys. So if Duck continues to play the way he is and, 3-1s Fire and Valkless, I feel like they have a good chance of going to the finals. Brett and Nubex did sweep their way in, and they actually they've swept both of their games, so they're doing really well right now for CTF. I just don't know because it's gonna be very difficult. Brett and Nubex are such a good pair because of their chemistry. And if Duck and Chess get this far, they're obviously a good pair as well. This is gonna be very difficult, but I think. If Brett and Nubex have the Wi-Fi on their side, I can see them possibly winning 1-0 here. It could go to overtime, actually. I can see it going to overtime, and if it does go to overtime, that might favor Duck and Chess just because Brett doesn't play as well in Area 51, and Nubex, who knows how he'll play in Area 51, because he played against, he played really well, you know what I mean? Last season, and then lost his computer. Well, didn't lose his computer, but his computer just gave up on Anubex. But I can see Duck and Chess winning this one. I just think Brett and Anubex have more consistency, and I can see Brett's shutout offense or defense just working against Duck. Of course, I can see Duck. If Duck does take out Brett, then I think Duck and Chess do have a victory there. But I see Brett and Anubex going to finals. And if Patrick and Star if they do beat Duck and Chess, which is fully possible, I could take either of them, and it's a 50-50. If they did win, I'd say they would go over Fire and Valk, but I feel like Patrick and Star could beat Brett and Anubex, just because if they push overtime, then they have to deal with Patrick's best map, so it'll be interesting if Patrick and Star do get over to semis, they could get to finals, and Patrick could go to finals 4 times in a row. Jeez. But yeah, I took Duck and Chess just because I feel better about them. I don't know how well Patrick and Star are going to communicate with each other during it. And I'm going back to that match because that match can determine so much in the later rounds. So yeah, Brett and Nubex and Files, who will face them? Chitra and Def versus Fatini and Rob. Chitra and Def, offensive powerhouses. And Fatini and Rob, if Rob continues his offense and is able to dodge shots and do all that amazing Rob gameplay, then I feel like he could win this. Especially if Fatini plays good defense. It's just that can Fatini handle Chitra and Def? And if he can't, is Rob there to stop them? I see this being a very, very close game. You can see here, like, I'm going to start, like, predicting really well, a lot lower scores because, of this stuff. But both of them don't really have much defense. So, like, it's either they cancel each other out or they just go for each other's flags and, like, there's no defense. It's either one. So, like, I don't see a 2-0 victory at all. Watch it be a 2-0 victory. But, um, I'm just thinking, if it is a shutout, like, game, kind of, then I feel like, Chitra and Death would most likely win that one, especially if they get the first flag. Then they can just play total defense. How are you gonna push through, kind of thing. This is very difficult because who knows? This could go either way. For Team Rob, do they lose in semis again? Who knows? I think. I'm thinking. I have to think about Def and Chitra's gameplay here. I'm gonna go with. I don't know. Let's look. I'm gonna go with Chitra and Death, I'd say, yeah. And the reason why is because I just think that their offense has more firepower, and after that first capture, they could defend. And I've seen Chitra do shutout defense before. But it could go to overtime. I don't know if we're gonna see any overtimes this tournament. Oh, I could see overtime if Patrick and Brett faced. I could see overtime if they did too. Actually, you know what? Just for the memes, I'll do overtime. And it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun to see how this goes. But let me just put this here and put this here. Don't worry, I got this. Game 1 will be, let's say, tied, and then Chitra and Def maybe win. They do win. Sorry, what am I saying? They win. I don't know if it's 1-0 though. Do they shut them out? Because I don't know if their defense has that. I feel like it'll be, dude. I don't know. This is so hard. I feel like it'll be I think it'll be a shutout, like, defense in game 1, and then game 2 they're just offense. It's just gonna be all offense. So maybe 3-2. Come on, do it, please. I need content. We need overtime, guys. I could see going to double overtime too, but on Area 51, it's just like, it's such a competitive map and, like, super. It's a lot more It's the most punishing map if you die. So I see high scoring here. This could be a shutout as well, like shutout defense as well, and then they could go to overtime, or just Chitra and Def get one. It really depends how they play their cards, but I don't know, actually. I don't know if I think it's 3-2. It just feels weird. I'm just going to go with the 1-0. Simple as that. If you're this far, I don't think you're going to be as reckless. Not reckless, but I don't think you're going to go that far. I don't think, like, they're going to. It could be. It's so hard because it could be that kind. It could either be counterattack after counterattack, or just both of the teams clashing and clashing and clashing, and then finally someone breaks through, and then they continue clashing, and then just no one else scores. So I think it'll be a clashing game, but either one. So I'd say Chitra and Def win, and that brings them to the finals. But remember, Fatini and Rob are something that you can't mess with, and they could easily win. I can see Poke and Ben being here. I can see Scott and Llama being here. It's so hard. This season has so many good teams. And I don't have a preseason to go by. I don't know how people are going to be doing. Anyway, excuses. But Brandon Nuvex versus Chitra and Death. And Chitra has been that person that always gets through Brett for some weird reason. Like, Chitra always is able to get through. I just don't know how a Nuvex is gonna play. That's my biggest question, especially since, like, I know he's really good offense, but I don't know if he'll push him through. I'm having doubts in the Nuvex. I'm sorry. I have doubts in a lot of people though. Like, I do have some doubts in Death as well. I don't know why I said Death. But I feel really confident. Like, I feel like Chitra's offense is going to be really good. Brett's counterattacks are going to be there. This could be Brett's and Brandon Nuvex's tournament to win again, since there's that kill barrier and it's way more open. Or it's Chitra and Def's time to shine, because Chitra is the only person to beat Brett in his own map. So, or his, best map. Oh, I don't know, it's not easy. Seeing Brett and Nubex like there in the finals, like I don't know if they'd give it up. I feel like they'd really play some good defense against Chitra and Death. I don't know. Hmm. And I think I could see them winning. I could see Chitra and Death winning. It's pretty interesting. I'd want Chitra and Death to win. No offense to them. It's just because I want a new champion, and if possible. But if Def, it really depends on that defense, and I'm doubting it. I take defense over offense, so yeah, I'm gonna predict freaking Brett's gonna win this, and it's gonna be 1-0. A 1-0. Look at this. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. It could be 2-3-2 here. So yeah, I predict that there's a lot of sweeps at the beginning. There are some games that, have some scoring. There could be some high scoring games here too. And then I'm like, okay, a little less scoring. 2 sweeps, but we'll see. Or not, sorry, 1 sweep, and then it just the top 4 teams don't mess around, And I can see Fatini and Rob winning this and then beating Brett and Anubex somehow. You know what I mean? Like their possibilities are endless. The finals, like I don't even feel right. I feel like whoever I pick, I'm not really super confident. Like last season, I was super confident, but this season I'm not. But yeah, I think Brett, also ignore the semifinal winner, Brett and Nubex. I'd say Brett and Nubex do win, but do they? This is the most scary tournament I've seen, and it's gonna be super hard to predict. And who knows if Jovax and Vinci are coming in? They could fill for Iago and Alejandro, and all of a sudden just storm their way to finals, or We'll see though. They could cover for Ash and Lightning if there's problems there. They could cover for Fear and Mao if there's or cover for other people. I said those 3 teams because those are my highest suspects for forfeits, but we never know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let's see how wrong I am, because I'm gonna be super wrong. This is gonna be so hard to predict. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and like the video to show support. Good luck, guys, if you're playing this. And I hope you enjoy this Season 4 tournament.